So when was the last time I did a regular review or a vlog? So it has been quite a while and quite some time. Matter of fact, it's been before I even got to watch. Since I've done a video of any kind here as my regular self, I'm kind of hoping to get back into review stuff, but it's been also really crazy. There's a lot of stuff going on as per usual, it seems like lately. I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of details right now because that'll be stuff to get into maybe in about a month or two's time when I have time to sit down and talk about what's all been going on. Needless to say, it's just been very busy, very hectic, and I finally had a weekend off without any interruptions and any other extra things going on, and I now have a vehicle. So I decided, even with friends invited and none of them being able to make it, I decided to hell of it. I'm going to finally go see a movie on my own. And so today I went to go see Godzilla Minus One. As far as I can tell, this movie is definitely intended to be a prequel. It ends, I want to say, somewhere in the vicinity of like 5 or 6 years before the original happens. And it does make mention of some of the locations inside of the movie, although why they don't know Godzilla exists in the original first one at this point is up to anyone's conclusion, although I would say that they do explain a lot away with the fact that the Japanese government is constantly covering up shit and constantly not telling a lot of people anything about what's going on. I'm not even sure what their excuse is for what the giant monster attack ends up being or how it damaged the city. Yeah, I'm not sure how they explain that one away. I do know they explain away a lot of the previous encounters with the monster that is known as Godzilla, and that they do a really good job of setting things up, especially with the characters. The characters, very interesting. Don't waste any time with them. Every moment is an important moment. That's why we're here to watch them and see what's happening. Majority of these characters, except for like a handful of them, are like military of some kind from World War II, and this is again Japan. So they have a lot of hurt going on around there. A lot of people saw people that they had their backs for go away, and kind of stuff like that. So that and our main character is unwillingly letting this woman stay in his house, who also unwillingly had to save a baby from a fire because her mother was dying right in front of her eyes. And he just couldn't find a way to like get rid of them. So together they managed to save enough money. They got a small house, miniature house, finally built on the location where his family used to live. His family is also dead from the air raids and so forth. And long story short, he finally finds work with the government to clean out mines, and then intends up that work, gets involved with the fact that Godzilla is coming closer and closer to shore in Japan and is about to make its first ground landing. So he gets involved from there. And that's all I'm going to say about how the plot goes. Very good acting, very good story. You're super interested in what's going on with the humans. We don't linger too long on Godzilla unless he's absolutely important for that moment. And my God, the special effects. That I will say, you can tell most of the time that it's a CG monster, but it's still some of the best CG I've ever seen in like the last 5 to 10 years. There's stuff that Marvel makes that doesn't hold up to this by a long shot. I think the last time Marvel had a movie that held together this good, or even half as good, was when they did the not Secret Wars. The fuck, why am the big duology of Avengers movies where they had the big fight with Thanos. That's the last time I can remember Marvel actually being that good. And even then, I think this movie outshines that one. The detail in Godzilla, the fact that we can actually, it's always been stated, at least in my understanding, since at least the 70s or 80s, that Godzilla had some sort of like super healing factor, and he could recover very quickly from any kind of damage. though some more severe damages would take a while longer to heal from. This movie does not shy away from actually showing you how that works. They show you it in great detail. At one point, there is a bit of Godzilla's face that's kind of missing, and all of a sudden you just kind of see it lump back out into normal shape, like it's like he somehow internally used up some sort of energy to regrow the mass, and he's back to his normal shape again. That's wild. And I also just kind of proves to you how strong this freaking giant lizard is, because it can heal back that quickly. Like, you can see it happen in seconds. A chunk of his face is back again. Very well detailed, very well choreographed. Some excellent character moments throughout. I can't say enough good about this movie. This is one of the better giant monster movies in a long time. I've been very good and very patient with some of the other ones out there. I'm okay with the legendary movies. They're not amazing, but they're at least a solid try. I still don't think they get the seriousness that Godzilla can bring into it, but they at least get a general, like, mid-90s sci-fi, heavy sci-fi slash 1970s-esque run of Godzilla, right? In the better notes on it, at least. But I still think they're a far cry from being what Godzilla could be. This is a much closer shot at it, and I will love to see what they're going to do next. Because this also very heavily hints to me the possibility that this is actually maybe a start of a reboot. Not sure. But it also very heavily hints to me that this is a prequel, because you could still see where the government would have buried all this again. Just gone, oh, it was an attack from whatever military force or whatever, or was this kind of a, like, typhoon or accident or something like that, because there wasn't enough radiation left behind. And then excuse it away and hide the fact that it was a giant monster, except for the locals who know better because they saw it. And then have Godzilla happen the way he does in the first movie, still. So I thought it was a fantastic movie. I generally liked what I saw. I was there with at least two other families, and I'm pretty sure there's at least two other groups that were behind me. I didn't really go looking. I'm in the theater. I'm behaving myself. I'm watching the screen. There's already lights on. But I didn't hear a single discouraging word. Like, even these families of little kids that were in front of me reading subtitles seemed to enjoy it. They enjoyed it quite a bit. And the kids were asking some questions, and I heard a few quick answers from parents that could kind of cut to the quick of what's going on. And yeah, I think they did a pretty good job of explaining it for kids so that kids could understand it. This is a PG-13 movie, so there is a bit of violence. And there's also some weird real-world connotations thrown in there that mostly adults would understand. So be prepared to answer some hard World War II questions there, folks, because there might be a few of your kids are very curious as to what's going on and what the connotations are of some of these things. But that's about it. Fantastic movie. Enjoyed myself. It's the first time also that I've been in theaters in 3 years. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been close to 3 years. I'm pretty sure it was really early 2020 when they closed down everything. So 2021, 2022, 2023. It's almost been 4 years. It's in very close to being 4 years. I think it was like February or March when they officially shut everything down in 2020. So it's been almost 4 years. This was a hell of a comeback for a theater-going experience for me. I do hope to be able to drag my friends along for some more of it sometime. But as it stands, this is a great movie. Go check it out while you still can. If theaters are going to be willing to extend it, and if it's making enough money for them, they can extend it, from what I understand, until the end of the month. But you better go out there, and you better support it, and you better watch it. Otherwise, it's going to be gone, and we don't know when it's coming back. Great movie, and you're not going to see it as good as you're going to see it in theaters. Trust me. Go see it. Check it out. Have a good evening. See you all next time, and pleasant dreams.